Were you an elected?
What's up, everyone? This is the BumCast on this Victory Monday. I'm your host, HBAC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, the Southside bum, and I don't know who that is, but it ain't Dougie.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, man.
Not even. It looks like Yogi Bear, or not even that creepy fake Winnie the Pooh, the murder.
That's
That's what I'm saying. The new one.
The murder bear.
Timo Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
I think it's gotta be hot as hell in there, Dougie.
It was hot in hell in there, but I guess you could say I'm kind of like Winnie the Pooh because I don't have pants on right now. So
Prove it.
Oh gosh.
Prove it. Stand up, spin. Let's see that booty.
No.
Yeah. We are in a ratings war right now. You better show something.
Yeah.
Monday Night Wars is back.
Show some ass. Show something, Dougie.
Yeah, we're up against 2 football games, fucking World Series,
Game 7.
Game 7. Yeah.
Also, Jason's microphone just decided to take a shit because I don't think it's on right now. It was on pre-show.
I can hear it.
No. Oh.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah. It is back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, vibes are so high from a Blackhawks and Bears win last night that I haven't even changed clothes from yesterday. I'm still wearing
Nice.
I'm still wearing our Blackhawks brand new Connor Bedard shirt.
It's a beaut.
On sale now. Him doing his pose. Get this ASAP.
It is a beauty.
It is a beauty. And due to popular demand, we will be dropping a Spencer Knight shirt this week because that guy has been standing on his head lately. But Victory Monday for both teams. Vibes are high. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood, guys. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm in a good mood, man.
Yeah, Dougie, how you doing, man?
Good. Yeah, vibes are super high, man. Like, I don't know what to do with myself, man. Like, my teams are winning. I'm like, it feels good, baby. You know, I don't know. I had a hell of a stretch here. You
had a bender of a weekend, dude.
Yeah. Started off on Thursday. All gas, no brakes. Started on Thursday. We did a little late anniversary celebration. Me and Mary took her to sumo and sushi, which was unbelievable. It was everything.
I want to be in for that.
Yeah, dude. It was an awesome experience. Not only did they give you like a whole bunch of like random facts and stuff like that, which I'm going to drop a couple random facts on you guys really quick here. One that you probably might know, might not know. The average sumo wrestler to maintain his weight or gain weight has to eat 20,000 calories a day.
Damn.
Okay. 20,000 calories a day. There are no weight classes. So
I didn't know that. That's crazy to me.
Very much so. So like even like the smallest guys that are like sitting at that like 330 range could get paired up against the guy that's 600. So it's just that's a wild fact. But the fact that I found the wildest is when you are a part of the Sumo Association and you're in an official
sushi.
When you are like a registered, I guess, Samoan, or no, how would you say that? I don't know, Sumoan, I guess.
Sumoan.
Sumoan. You are banned from driving. You're not allowed to drive.
What?
Yes, you're
So
banned.
you have to get chauffeured around?
I guess early on in the association, they had so many fatalities because of the size of their bellies that they would have a hard time turning the steering wheel, and they would end up in fatal car accidents or killing people.
Wow.
Wild.
That's nuts. That is nuts.
Wild. Could you imagine that? I mean, dude, it's like part of me was like, I'm thinking, man, like, Mario already drives me around a lot. But that might, like, could I imagine like being a part of an association where I'm like, sorry, babe, you have to drive, Like, that'd be awesome.
It's the rules.
And I mean, there's no weight classes, so it's like we don't have to gain all that much. We just sign up.
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it,
I like
dude,
this.
you got yourself a paying gig and you got a designated driver set. So I thought that those were some pretty cool facts, but overall the thing was awesome. There was a couple exhibitions. The sushi was phenomenal. It was a really good sushi place around the West Loop, and it was just a really good time. And then the one thing that I want to do, I want to try and get us all out there next year to do this, whether you like sushi or not. They did have some other options. The one thing that I wanted to do was, and I missed out on this, for an extra $60, you can get in the ring in front of everybody and face an actual
sumo
wrestler.
Holy cow.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's good content right there. Now, do we have to dress like them? Because I'm a little shy,
No. But there was a lot of crowds, a lot of crowd participation yelling to take the shirts off. So you at least got to take your tarp off. So
that'd be fun, dude.
Yeah.
Also, I like the picture you posted, and it had like your MC was like 600 pounds.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that dude was crazy, man. That dude. And here was the thing. So like he was like 600 and something pounds at like the biggest weight. He actually had a guy that came from like Germany that was like 30 pounds heavier than him.
Damn.
And so like, you know how that German food is, little segue into something we'll be doing a little bit later.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that later.
That German food is a little heavy on the old ribs.
Nice. Jenny, how you doing?
I'm good. Had a good weekend. Went on Saturday to a wedding. Sarah got married. Sarah and Cody got married, so congratulations to them. Avery was the one of the maid of honors, and it was cute that when she was pulling her brother because he was a ring bearer, and she was pulling him in a little wagon, so it was cute. But she was crying like so much, but it was like a cute cry, you know what I'm saying? Like she was happy and all that. So I thought that was really cute. But yeah, it was a good time. I was hoping it wasn't going to rain because it was actually on the outside. It was outside. And they have a huge backyard, so they had everything outside, so everything was all set up nice. Obviously, regular wedding music, dancing. It was fun. It was a good time. So congratulations to them as well too. It's something I just chilled at. I went to my buddy's house at his basement bar and just had a couple drinks and watched a couple games. I should bum myself because I had a parlay at a 7-leg parlay, and hold on. I had the Packers and the Broncos as my money line, and I had a good amount to cash out. So I got scared. I panicked, and I cashed out. And these fucking guys won because they were losing at half, and I was just like, they're not going to come back, especially the Broncos. I didn't think that they were going to come back 19 down. That was crazy game, but yeah, I got a little scared and I backed out. So
overall, that'll happen.
You took some money.
Yeah, I took some.
Yeah, Bo Nix had like 4 fantasy points in like end of the third quarter and ended up with like 42. He just went on a tear.
Yeah,
Crazy.
no, he was terrible at the beginning of the game because I got him in a couple of fantasy leagues, and yeah, dude, it was pretty rough to get going, but he settled down nicely.
Peter, how you doing? You were out of town.
I was out of town. I took a nice couple 2-3 days. We went up north to Lake Geneva. I didn't realize that's basically like the north side of Chicago. Like all of the mansions are owned by like Chicago history or like dignitaries, the Wrigleys, the guy that owned Ace Hardware, like all of like the big wigs back in like the turn of the century. But that being said, I loved it up there. I think you guys are turning. I don't want to give. I know what you're doing, Johnny. I don't want to give Packers fans credit. But where I was, there's a lot of Bears fans. I saw Bears hats everywhere because it's like a suburb of Chicago. I feel like I wasn't really in like Wisconsin. That being said, I said it in the group chat. We all know our hermano Joey P is like the biggest Buc-ee's fan in the world. He could keep the Beaver and he could keep Buc-ee's because I'm a Piggly Wiggly guy, baby. I'm a no free ads, but I'm giving him a free ad. Piggly Wiggly, me and Red Foreman are carrying the torch for the Piggly Wiggly. That place was awesome.
I love the Piggly Wiggly. It's great.
So what makes it better than what we got down here than the Jewels or?
It's just a little bit like now I've been to Woodman's and Woodman's are like a different animal on their
huge
on themselves.
Huge.
But they're like a mini version of Woodman. You just find a lot of stuff that you don't find at the Jewels or the Marianos. You know, their own kind of stuff. And they had a bunch of like store picks too. Jason, I know you went up north and grabbed a couple bottles. They had their own store picks at the Piggly Wiggly as well. I was just having a good time.
That's good.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get them mad. But we talked about like there being a couple mansions and we were on the lake and stuff like that. I went to a place with Sandra, Aaron, my wife. It was the Maxwell Mansion. It was a beautiful place. They had a couple 2-3 bars there. So I got a quick impromptu rate my cock because I'll tell you the story. It was an it was a speakeasy and apothecary bar, 2 separate places. They looked awesome. Everything was like super old and they did like traditional mixing and all kinds of weird things. But I'll tell you what happened. So here's a quick segment.
Big ones, small ones, tall ones, cold ones, shake and stir, they're never old ones. It's time to rate my cocks. Line them up and take your shot. Sweet or sour on the rocks. It's time to rate my cock.
I love that. I love it.
All right, so first drink of the evening for me was the House of Toki Highball. It's Suntory whiskey, green apple, shrub, Jamaican bitters, club soda, and a lemon peel. $15. I got the price right on there. This is basically a Japanese whiskey drink. So I know you guys dabble in the Japanese whiskey. I know at least Dougie and Jason. So thoughts on the highball?
Full chub.
What is apple shrub?
I have no idea.
It's like a kind of like a bitter, like a house cordial, like a cordial. Usually it's house made.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm full chub on this. I like that. Oh yeah.
I would say I'm a big green apple guy.
So I thought, I'm like, wow, this is a good drink to start off the night with. Refreshing. I like whiskey. You know, I'll mess with that. Verdict is half chub.
Oh.
It had all the ingredients to be awesome.
Yeah.
Those like pears or apples that they tossed on top of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the green apple shrub. It just turned it a little funky, but it was like, I could still tell that it was refreshing. And I'm like, it was going to be, I thought it was going to be awesome. And it just didn't hit the spot.
Damn.
So it was a half chub for me. But I was excited about it. And then the second drink was a Wisconsin old fashioned. Central Standard brandy, Luxardo cherry juice, bitters, garnished with the Luxardo cherry. So they substitute some whiskey for some brandy. Thoughts?
I get down with the brandy old fashioned. I'll give that. I'll give it 3/4 Chubb.
Yeah, I think maybe half Chubb. I mean, everything sounds. You know what? No, I'm gonna go no Chubb on this.
No Chubb.
Yeah, no Chubb. It just sounds like a basic old fashioned with. It sounds like you're like my old fashioned my mom would do.
Yeah, this I'm the same with Jason. I'm not into really any of this stuff here.
So this wasn't my drink. This was Aaron's drink, and I had hesitations about it because, like, why mess with a good thing, right? Why change something that doesn't need to be changed? Just toss some high rye or toss some high proof bourbon in there, and you're good to go. I'm not a big fan of brandy otherwise. This was awesome. I love this drink. So full Chubb on that. But yeah, if you guys are out at Lake Geneva, the Maxwell Mansion has it was crazy, dude. It was just like everything was old fashioned, like literally old fashioned. Yeah. The speakeasy, you had to have a password to get in. We got there an hour later than it was posted online. So we thought it opened at 9. It opened at 8. It was so goddamn packed. We just walked in and walked back out. So we were at the Apothecary Bar the whole time, but we at least got to see it. It was really cool. Would recommend. So that is a quick segment of Rate My Cocks, only because I realized while I was doing this, Jay, you typically have 12 drinks or, like 8 to 12 drinks every time. I got two drinks and I'm like, this is not me. I just went with whiskey and beer the rest of the night. I had a good amount of whiskeys, but it was all neat. So I'm like, I can't do a full segment.
I gotcha. Goro says I haven't changed this yet. So yes, I already brought that up in the beginning of the pod. Vibes were too high. I just extra high. Couldn't change clothes.
Superstitious, didn't shower.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like playoff beards. I might not shower until the Bears lose, and the Hawks lose.
All right. And
so you're gonna go like a Dan Plesac type of thing going on here.
the dirty ass shirt.
They win.
Yeah. I found something before we get into some Bears talk, guys. I found something kind of interesting. That best pizza in each state was came out, and you guys want to take a guess? This is from tastingtable.com. I lost my notes here. You want to guess what the best pizza in Illinois was? From tastingtable.com.
Is this going to be like they're trying to trigger us on purpose and it's going to be like Domino's?
No, it's not
an actual place.
It's an actual place. It's not we should not get triggered on this.
It's not like a Lou Malnati's or
no.
The chain. Okay.
All right. So it's just thin crust. It's like traditional.
Just to take a guess on
Pequods.
Dougie says Pequods.
I say Vito Nix.
Johnny says Vito Nix. Peter.
You know what? I'll do Phil's on 35th.
Phil's. Best pizza in Illinois was Vito and Nix.
Nice.
I'm not.
They got it right.
Yeah, they got it right. Usually when they have like these food like best of, top, in the cut, they always put some obscure place or the chain or something like that. But I think they got this one right. Vito and Nix was by tastingtable.com was ranked the number 1 pizza in Illinois. I don't know any of these other pizza places in other states because I don't usually eat pizza in out of state. Maybe if I was in New York, I would, but definitely not going to Iowa and eating or Indiana and eating pizza.
Yeah. What did they throw down for New York? Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah. Let me scroll down here. New York was Les Industries.
Les Industries, fancy French place, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Brian saying pizza by Alfredo should have won. We don't know. Some people like Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. So that's a big hot topic issue. So anybody know what we're talking about?
What about Pizza Castle?
Oh, shout out Pizza Castle. Another free ad. I love him.
Yeah. All right. Guys, we gotta talk some Bears, right? It's Bears victory Monday, and I mean that was a good game. This was the Dennis Allen revenge game, and the defense showed out, man. Besides a little low towards halftime and beginning. But they came to play, man. I mean, I think this was pretty good to see after getting, we saw like shades last week against the Commanders, getting people healthy again, TJ Edward, and Brisker Gordon being back. Like it's the defense is getting good now, but another 4 turnover game from the defense, 3 interceptions and a fumble. They actually lead the NFL now in takeaways with 16. That's a plus 11 differential. So because Caleb's doing good, not turning the ball over. I mean, we could talk about his play in a little bit, but 11 interceptions and 5 fumble recoveries for this defense, and they were hitting hard, they were getting pressure. I think if this defense is going to be consistent like it's been shown the past couple weeks, this Dennis Allen has got these guys playing well, and this Bears team might be dangerous going into the hard stretch of their schedule.
All right. I don't want to be the guy because I'm going to sound like a broken record. We've talked about this for the last 4 weeks, and I keep saying they can't keep this up, and they keep proving me wrong because if this defense isn't causing turnovers, I think they're middle of the road. But the fact of the matter is they are ball hawking and causing turnovers left and right. So if they're going to keep doing that, of course, like if you win the turnover margin, most of the time you're going to win the game. Like it helps the offense tremendously when you get a couple, 2-3 possessions. So I just don't know once we start getting into that meat of the schedule, are they going to be able to force the turnovers at a good rate? We talked about the secondary being banged up, and it looks like they got banged up again this week. So like the depth not being there is going to be an issue. I got to give credit to Montez Sweat and the defensive line because they actually showed up today. Montez Sweat was kind of all over, or yesterday. They were kind of all over the field at the beginning of that game. And I mean, they've been much maligned. We have talked a lot about Montez Sweat and everyone else not showing up. They showed up yesterday for sure. But yeah, it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Like if you're causing those turnovers, of course you're going to be awesome. That being said, I just don't know if that's going to be able to be. I don't know if that's sustainable,
right?
Especially when you're playing good teams. But the good thing is, like we mentioned, and like the Bears have mentioned throughout, like the post-game press conferences, from all of the captains to Ben Johnson and everyone else, they haven't hit their stride. They haven't played a full 60 minutes of complimentary football. There was a game like the Cowboys game where the offense lit it up and the defense was struggling, or there's sometimes the special teams bails you out. Once they put it all together, and I think with Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, and that coaching staff, they can pull it all together. That's the thing that's like the light at the end of the tunnel is like we see the pieces and we know that they're all gonna work. It's just putting it all together. So I'm glad that they're winning these games without playing all of that complimentary football. If it's not the defense, maybe 1 week Caleb does show up and we go like that. But I like where this team is headed. If we would have told you guys, or like after 0-2 start, it was, the sky was falling. We talked about a must-win game week 3 against the Cowboys, and we were panicking.
Yeah.
A couple weeks later, it feels a lot different. There's reports out there that Lamar Jackson didn't practice today, so we don't know what his status is for next week. But if that makes a big difference for next Sunday, there's just a couple more winnable games before you really get into those divisional games and the harder part of the schedule. I like where this team's at. I got to give credit to Dennis Allen. I said it in the our preview show. I thought this defense, how it's constructed and the lack of depth, I thought it was going to be bottom half of the league, especially like scoring wise. But because of those turnovers, they've been tremendous. So hand up on me. I was wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong the rest of the season. I just don't know if that's sustainable.
Yeah, that's the huge part of it is, will it be sustainable? No. I mean, you're going to have to eventually lean on the offense more than anything. But like you said, it's good to see Montez Sweat, get into the action or whatever and start earning a little bit of a paycheck here, so we can stop complaining about him. That's the main thing. Like, I don't want to complain about any Bears players, but he was giving us a reason to. Now, he's showing up a little bit. I love that. My big takeaway from yesterday was they played a shit game against a shit team, and they got the win. They should have blown that team out of the fucking water, but they didn't. But they got the win. So I'm not going to be mad about winning a game. Like you said, they're not firing on all cylinders yet. I think once they do, hopefully it is in that, part of the schedule where they need to be.
Yeah, I think last week we were talking about, Washington that was circled on the calendar. I think Dallas Allen had this circled when he had the Saints. It was like, I'm blitzing the shit out of this team, and that's what he did. He Brisker was blitzing, Gordon was blitzing. These guys were playing on a whole different level, and it was probably because they wanted to do so much for their coach, for Dennis Allen, to get revenge back. You know that he was pissed about like what happened in New Orleans, and they showed up. There was some questionable calls on personal fouls and all that stuff that I think that
refs are bad. Again,
refs are bad.
Refs are bad.
But they were hitting hard. They were getting to the quarterback. They were doing everything they can. And they did well. Compliments to that defense, because we have been criticizing them here and there. That secondary is incredible, and this is without Jalen Johnson. So I think them showing up, and I know we're going to get into a little bit more, the running game showing up too, but overall that defense was incredible. And I hope, yes, we beat a shitty team, but these are the teams that we are handed. If Lamar Jackson is not playing this game, this is another winnable game. And that Baltimore defense isn't that great either. I don't think they got Roquan Smith right now either, but they're kind of banged up too. So I just think that yes, we were playing a shitty team and all that, but we're winning these games, and we're supposed to win these games. And again, kudos and congrats to Dennis Allen for getting that game ball as well too, because obviously that defense was incredible yesterday.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Kevin Byard all that much, and I mean, we talk about and we give Ryan Poles a lot of shit. Kevin Byard was one of the right calls. He's been awesome since he's been with the Bears. He's been awesome since he's been in the league. I know they talked about like he leads the league in interceptions since 2018 or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's just a professional ass safety. And when the defense can pin their ears back and just attack, that's when obviously it felt like the old Chicago Bears, right? Like we've asked for offense and a 3,000-yard passer and all of the bells and whistles that we've just never seen. But every once in a while, it's just good to see a good old-fashioned Bears win. A turnover battle, you run the fucking ball down their throats, and it felt like maybe an old school Lovey type of win. And sometimes you got to win those type of games in this league, like the offensive line has been, since the bye, Ben Johnson figured something out with the run game, whether it's Swift or the O-line or obviously a combination of the two, but they are running and getting to the second level. And it looks awesome to watch, man. It's fun to watch when both of your running backs are averaging 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it. I think it was, just a great defensive performance. And I got nothing to say. 4 sacks. I guess that's a good thing, right? We haven't been getting any sacks this time. And we had a little low, but they closed the gap. They got the turnovers necessary. Now we need the offense to capitalize on those turnovers every time. So we're putting up, 30, 40 points a game, because if you're getting 3-4 turnovers a game, you should be scoring on every one of those. So yeah, let's just talk a little bit too, because I think one of the biggest things we watched yesterday was, there was like in the beginning of the game, the weather conditions that was potentially causing some issues in the passing game, but the ground game took over. And I think myself personally, I think, DeAndre Swift's an apology, because I thought, I thought I was like, yeah, he's a bum. He, in the beginning of the season, we were talking about his 2.3, 2.4 yards per carry. And the past couple of weeks, he's just been awesome. And when Caleb wasn't having it yesterday, the ground game took over. Him and Manungai.
Yeah.
Like,
Manungai.
I like saying his name. Finally getting, good stuff on the ground. That even as a whole on the ground yesterday, 222 yards rushing between everyone. We saw some Roshan Johnson. I mean, he had the one carry, but DeAndre Swift 124 yards and Manungai getting 81. So 19-13 split on that. So that was Manungai getting more than just like a handful of carries. He's actually getting something meaningful now. But just DeAndre just busting out those big chunks, of yardage, and then also doing stuff in he only had the one catch. He only had one catch for 14 yards, but that was a critical one when Caleb had a pass rusher right in his face, and he just able to dump it off. But even the week before, he was catching a lot. So I think DeAndre Swift is going to be the big focal point for this offense going forward if they get with this running game going now. And if he's able to be that Jamar Gibbs type player that Ben Johnson wants, this is gonna be just open up the door on this offense going forward.
Yeah, and he just looks more decisive when he's running. We complained about him not seeing the holes and maybe not like reading them early in the season. And not only has this offensive line, fixed their warts, but DeAndre Swift is running with a purpose, and I think that makes a big difference. Because we've always known he had the talent, right? Like he's been good in everywhere he's been, but then he either loses favor or he gets beat out by someone else, and now this is his third team, and we were looking for trade prospect. Like, Jason, you mentioned it, like they have to trade for a running back before. I'm like, at this point now, if Manungai and Swift are your 1-2, I'm okay with that if this is the production they're going to have, right? Because there's other things you could address that I think are more pressing. But yeah, it's just awesome to see, especially when, for the longest time, we just didn't see those type of adjustments from a head coach. You come out of the bye, they lose a game and they look flat and they look bad. They won the game against Washington coming out of the bye. And they fixed a couple of their mistakes. And now it's a work in progress, right? Like progress isn't a linear thing. It's a roller coaster. Like there's going to be ups and downs. And that's where I feel like both Ben Johnson and Dallas Allen are really capable of managing the ebbs and flows. Because if the worst of our issues is Caleb having a bad game, I think we're in a great spot because we've seen Caleb be able to have a good game. And I feel like, or at least I know that Caleb can fix his flaws. So I was way more worried about the defense and the running backs and the secondary. And now that it looks like they're coming all together, I'm cool with it, man. Give it time, and I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. To your point, I would really love to know what they fixed with Swift because he does look like a changed guy. He doesn't look confused out there. A lot of the times you felt like he was afraid to commit to the hole, and then he'd end up behind another lineman and try and go to another hole and then just get clogged up. It's like honest to God, and I know it's going to sound like a joke, but it's almost like they figured out that his eyesight was terrible and they gave him contacts. And all of a sudden, I mean, I'm just being serious. It's like a guy that couldn't see. And now all of a sudden it's just he's very decisive. He's pot committed. He's going in and it's paying off. And I love to see it. I mean, we were all writing this dude off and we were like, well, shit, we should have addressed this. And now it's you're like, holy crap. Now what else can we fix now that we don't have to worry about fixing this?
It's progress. It's trust the process. You hear this all the time. And obviously when you saw the first couple games with Swift, the offense things weren't clicking until you start seeing like a little bit, that coming out party with the Cowboys. You start seeing that, and then obviously that Washington game, DeAndre Swift, just all the yardage that he had and touchdowns and whatnot. It's just little by little, and it's just progression, and that's all we have to look at it as right now. Jason, you were mentioning about Gibbs. I don't see Swift as being that guy, but he's definitely, he is definitely buying into Ben Johnson's offense, and it seems that he's getting it now. And I hope it continues. I hope it. He and Manhung guy does have that 1-2 punch that we've been looking for. Obviously, we saw over Roshan Johnson for like a snap yesterday, and I liked Roshan Johnson.
Snap.
Yeah, and I liked Roshan Johnson, and I hope they do try to come up with plays for him as well too, because he's that back that will get you that first down when you need it. I kind of feel that, and especially with this offensive line as well too. But yeah, it's a breath of fresh air when you have running backs to help back you up if your quarterback Caleb is not having a good day, and that's what we needed. We needed that rushing game to pretty much complement what we were doing on the defensive side of the ball, and I think that's a good thing. And I hope this continues to progress. And that's all that's all I'm looking for. Is it's only a matter of like it keeps on going up here, and I hope that the trajectory of this continues. And like I said, you got a defense going into Baltimore that it's a little banged up. So, hopefully you can, run the ball against that team. But so far, so good. I like the past 2 weeks, what I see with Swift here.
Yeah. Obviously, it looks like they fixed, the running game during the bye. And maybe Theo Benedict had, he didn't have his best game yesterday, but he's better than Braxton Jones. So maybe having him at the end on left tackle now is the answer. And, they always say that when you have all new pieces of a line together, it takes them a few weeks to gel and get their assignments, and learn how to, work with each other. So I think we're finally seeing that now. I think we're finally seeing the offensive line is stable. We haven't had, knock on wood, injuries to it yet where we're on second and third stringers. So that line staying healthy and them, just working together for each other, I think that's what's finally helping this run game finally take off, and it's making it be more explosive because the Bears were very good last year. Now, yes, we have 3 new pieces, but the Bears were still very good last year in the run game, getting holes. They just sucked at pass protection, right? So now that we're getting better pass protection and we're still maintaining those run levels, I like this. And this is what we always say, like, run the ball, stupid, run the damn ball. So let's, this is definitely going to lead up to more play action. Maybe we bring out the flea flicker again, but this is definitely going to, Ben Johnson loves doing the play action, and having an established running game for the past 2 weeks now is only going to benefit the game downfield. So yeah, that's, let's go.
Yeah. And we, not worrying about Lamar, but just worrying about the Ravens defense. They've been atrocious at pass defense. So if we're looking for a Caleb get right game, this might be it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the time where maybe Ben Johnson schemes up less of a run attack now, knowing that you can do that, and maybe let Caleb chuck it a little bit. But that's what it is, man. It's just complimentary football. It's freaking awesome. Brian Ness is talking about Tooney and Dahlman. The entire offensive line has been out of the bye. It feels like a different team. And the penalties are still there. Now, I had the question out there. The penalties are more coming from the tight ends. I feel like the tight ends are penalized more than any tight ends in the – I couldn't figure out how to search that stack. But Colson Loveland slept with a ref or somebody, like somebody's daughter, because like he's getting phantom penalties left and right. And Cole Kmet still hasn't fixed. Cole Kmet's having a bad year, and now he's hurt. So it's like it's up and down with the tight ends. But it's still like a work in progress. But like, yeah, Loveland is innocent. Some of those penalties on Loveland are brutal, and it's just like, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to them, but they still got to figure them out. There's still times like the double pump snap that saved us. It ended up, gaining us 3 points. But there's these little things that they still got to clean up. But yeah, dude, this offensive line ever since Theo Benedict took over the left tackle position, it looks like a different team. But they're all playing really well.
Yeah,
dude. And since you brought that up, dude, I got to give a shout out to Mike Pereira, dude, because he absolutely owned what's his face, the commentator, dude. I was laughing so hard when he was like, yeah, he goes, you want to bring up that question? That thing wouldn't even make it to the floor. Like when he was talking about like bringing it up in the owners meeting or whatever about not being able to get like points off of a penalty and stuff like that. Like you could go ahead and decline. He's like, it's a dead ball play. Like you like, what are you talking about? Own an announcer. Oh man.
I will say that they have improved that offensive line. Look at where we're at as sacks allowed this year.
Yeah.
11 sacks allowed. We are ranked pretty low in that total. But I just saw how many the Jets allowed this year, 31. So again, the progression, I mean, and you have to, like, ever since you met Peter, you mentioned Benedict, that running game's been going since he's been put in as well too. So like, they've been running the ball better with him on there. And I think that's a piece that is helping the run game even more. But one of the statistics that I've looked at the most is, the sacks that, allowed. And that's just a huge jump from what we saw last year because Caleb was running all over the place. Granted, he got sacked a couple times this game with the Saints, but overall, the way that they're playing on that position and not allowing sacks is great. They did, however, I don't know what was going on between those snaps. They had a couple of miscues.
Drew Dahlman, he had a bad game.
Yeah, and I don't know. Again, it could have been the weather. It could have been something because it was happening in the first half when it was kind of rainy and the ball might have been a little bit wet or whatever. But again, overall, the center position, everything else has been perfect right now. And I see, again, with what Ben Schatz is doing, the offensive line is figuring things out, and they're learning more and more as the games go along. So, again, kudos and hats off to the offensive line for having a hell of a game this past game here.
Yeah. Sorry for your pants, Brian.
Dumper bomb.
Yeah. Sorry for your pants.
Happens to the rest of us.
So yeah, so the one thing we do need to talk about too, as well as Caleb's play yesterday, because it wasn't the best. 172 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns, 6.6 yards per throw. We were saying maybe the weather had something to play with. He had the snaps, fumble snaps, that's bad. You got to clean that up. And, you could say wet football, wet field, a lot of stumbling around back there, on the exchange. But even so, like, his accuracy seemed to be a little off yesterday. He wasn't hitting the guys. Some passes were behind or short. So even the second half, when the weather cleaned up a little bit, it seemed like it was just one of those days not clicking with everyone, so they relied on the run game more so. He did make some throws when he had to, but are we concerned, that having a bad game against a bad team with Caleb, or was it, you guys think it was more weather conditions to start it and just threw off rhythm?
Nah, the weather wasn't that bad. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. The weather wasn't that bad. It just he had a bad game, and while he hasn't been the Caleb we've all expected, he's been fine. He's not costing he had a bad interception, but he protects the football well. The fourth quarters have been lights out since he's been here. He's okay to have a bad game. It just sucks that it happened against the Saints when we all expected a blowout. If Caleb has a good game, the game is over at halftime, and they don't really come back. But that doesn't happen in the NFL. You know, like look at Josh Allen. Look at everyone has a bad game. Josh Allen's had a bad
few games,
not a bad season, but a bad few games.
Yeah,
you know, like so it happens. That being said, I expect Ben Johnson to address whatever is, you know, bad about Caleb Williams, and fixing it. The one thing I've noticed, and it's noticeable this season. Last year, when he scrambles, he would take off running. Now he's scrambling, making people miss left and right. And he keeps looking downfield, to when we were at the watch party together, we're just saying like, just run the ball.
Yeah.
So like last season was one extreme. This season is now the other extreme. Once he dials that in and like he passes when he has to pass and run when he has to run, that's when it becomes dynamic, right? Like right now he's looking downfield and it's just like he's waiting and either just run, like, you know, throwing it out of bounds, where it's like maybe you gain a 5 extra yards if you just run the ball. That's going to come with time, you know, like it's still, you know, like he's had a season and 6 games now. That's going to come with time. But I think everything else, like we've mentioned, we were worried about the accuracy. He's been more accurate this year. There's still some issues with the accuracy, but not like last year, right? Like, I mean, last year there were some throws where it's like, what happened? I thought, you know, coming out of college, the deep ball was there. Yeah. He's also shown that he could make every fucking throw. Like he's thrown some deep balls this year that I don't think many quarterbacks can do. And some have been right off the fingertips of Rome, or there's a couple catches where there's an argument online where whether Rome is a really good contested catch receiver, but then like the eyeballs, like he still has some drops. So it's like he's not going to catch everything, right? Like it's hard to catch everything in this league, and I think people are expecting Rome to catch everything. But there are some plays to be made, right? Like even 2 games ago, his receivers dropped some passes that completely changed the outcome of what Caleb's stat line looks like. So I think it's just going to be there. I'm not worried about it. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah. End of the day, you can't compare like everybody to Larry Fitzgerald, who was just a dude that, you know, like he just didn't drop it. And when he dropped it, you were like, Megatron. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, the one thing with Caleb that I feel like we see at least a couple times a game that I wish he would kind of stop, and I understand that he has the arm strength to do it, throwing across his body. Those unorthodox throws that he's making, I'd like to see less of those. I mean, maybe later on in his career, you know, those are going to come and they'll be accurate. But I feel like those are very dangerous throws that he makes across his body. And like I said, obviously he has the arm strength to do it. It's just the accuracy with him right now is not the greatest.
Yeah, I think too that he, again, I keep on saying this whole progress. It's like Pee Wee's Playhouse word of the day is progress today. And that's all that, you know, it's going to be with Caleb. He's going to have a bad game. I don't want to hear, and I don't know if you've seen it on the social medias here, but you don't have to bench a guy just because he had one bad game. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to, yes, he's going to have a bad game. It's going to happen. And it happened yesterday. Obviously it was complimentary that the running game was going well and defense played good. It was you know, just take a mulligan on that one. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happens. And again, you know, he is still learning this offense of Ben Johnson. So that is also, you know, playing into factors well too. They were saying at the exact same time of where Jared Goff was and Caleb Williams is, they have identical statistics. So again, you know, What about if he throws 300 yards on this next game? You know what I'm saying? Or 250 or something like that, you know? I'm not gonna like say like all the, you know, the world's like ending here because he had one bad game. Let's see what he does, man. He's gonna play better. It's gonna get better. So I'm just more focused as the games go by. And, you know, like I said, I still got high hopes for him. He's got a high ceiling. He's still very athletic. He has all the tools here, and he just has to get it together, get his accuracy together. Obviously, we're talking about, you know, when he does get out of the pocket and he can run. You know, he's getting a little wonky, and he's just kind of like, you know, maybe I could pass the ball, or, you know, he might be overthinking it, and that's fine. He'll figure it out. Let's adjust. Let's move on, and that's where I'm looking at it right now, is that it's just baby steps to get him to where we need to get him to get to.
Yeah. No, one thing that I think they need to work on too is his progressions, because, you know, that's been the biggest thing for the season, and we're still seeing him, you know, not going through the progressions properly. The one bad interception that he had, he stared down, you know, Rome just dead from snap. And like, that's where you just gotta walk it off and go check it down. Then, you know, if it's not there, like, it's okay to take a check down. You know, people used to always make fun of Tom Brady calling him Captain Checkdown, but it worked, right? So, you know, take what you can get, and he'll learn it. You know, I'm not worried about him. You know, Ben Johnson's a good coach, as I think we've seen, and he'll coach it out of him. So I don't think he's going to turn into Justin Fields, you know, where he's bringing the whole Jets organization down with them. You know, he got benched yesterday. So we don't have that. We don't have that problem. You know, we have a lot of good weapons around him, good coaching staff. He's going to be fine. And I'm not worried about having one bad game against a bad team. He made some of those plays when he had to. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and even in the interception, like we talked about, like, you can't make that throw, but you also want him to have a little bit of that gunslinger to him. You know, you don't want to coach that part out of him, because he was there. There was times last year where he had some open throws and he wasn't doing it, probably because he doesn't want to, you know, turn the ball over. So it's a delicate balance, right? Yeah, you see that, like, even like, you know, Joe Burrow or those type of players, even when they have good games, they have the tendency to throw an interception or two, only because, like, you got to be aggressive sometimes. And while that interception sucked at the time, he's still not turning the ball over. Throughout his whole career, he hasn't been turning the ball over. So I'm not mad if he's trying to fit a ball into some tight spaces, because that's what you were drafted to do. He has the arm and he has the ability to make some throws that other people can't. So, like, I'm almost wanting him to learn from those mistakes. Like, you're going to have to throw some interceptions to learn what you can and can't do, you know, what you can and can't get away with. And with that arm, you know, like, I'd rather him try a couple of those, like, you know, gunslinger type throws.
Yeah, he had 6 interceptions all of last season. He's got 3 already on this season. But the one thing we said about last season was him holding onto the ball too much, not throwing the ball away. So he wasn't throwing interceptions because he was making those moves with his feet. He was, you know, to the extreme, like you were mentioned earlier, Peter. So yeah, learn from those mistakes. So I'll take a couple bad interceptions, right? If it's a teaching moment, and then doesn't happen again. But if he's constantly throwing it into double, triple coverage, that's an issue. Then that's when, you know, we have to start getting concerned about it. But, you know, like a getting an interception on a 50-50 deep ball isn't gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
A punch.
So, ultimately, the best part of this thing right now is that we're winning, because this whole conversation and the whole media and, you know, and our meathead radio callers or whatever would be a totally different aspect if we weren't winning. If Caleb was not winning us games and the defense wasn't winning us games, like, the leash on his criticism would be a lot more, like a lot less, you know. So it's huge that we're winning, because I feel like it's taken a little bit of that pressure off of him, and he could have a bad game like he had yesterday, and still feel comfortable in his own skin. Because I mean, you've seen those headlines on, not that I'm sure he ain't fucking reading a newspaper, but if Caleb has a bad game like that and they lose to the Saints, that back of the Sun Times, that thing is gonna destroy him, man.
Yeah, put in the Tyson Bagent guy. It's time for the Bagent. He's got the good arm. He's a good system quarterback. Get the Bagent in.
Yeah. So that's the one thing we should be blessed about is that we're actually winning these games, so we don't have to listen to that shit.
I want to shout out Melon Smasher. He's been killing it in the comments. I do think the completion percentage is going to go up. Johnny, you mentioned his stats compared to Jared Goff's stats first year in Ben Johnson's system. It was night and day, Jared Goff's first year with Ben Johnson and then his second year. I think the more they have time together, the more the completion percentage goes up. He had that as one of his goals, right, Jason? It was like, what, 70% was his goal for the season.
Yeah.
It's way below that now, but I think that comes with time. So, yeah, the footwork is something that needs to be addressed, but it's also like the backyard football thing nowadays isn't the worst thing in the world, right? You see that a lot with Josh Allen. You see it with Lamar Jackson. The footwork, yes, I agree with. But like the scrambling and like, the extending plays, I like that from him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last Bears talk. Trade deadlines in 2 weeks. Bears are on a 4-game winning streak, potentially 5. Are the Bears going to be buyers come trade deadline? And if so, what are you buying?
You know what? If they're not buyers, at least get rid of Cole Kmet. That'd be cool.
Well, he's hurt now.
He's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt.
It's gonna be hard to get rid of Kmet when he's hurt.
Take whatever you get.
I think Brian was in the comments earlier talking about they are probably in the need for the defensive line help or an edge rusher. I think a lot of people are expecting that. I don't think it's that easy and that cut and dry to just go grab an edge rusher. Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot easier to trade for a third or fourth string cornerback or like a secondary help. I think that's, the price tag on that. You're not giving up all as much. So I think corner is what you address now, knowing that the depth is going to be there and you never know. Like Jalen is gone for the year. Like they don't want to say that. He doesn't want to say that. He said he's having surgery and there's a chance he's back by the end of the season. But a groin injury like that, I personally am not counting on him this year. So you're not going to replace Jalen Johnson, but you can maybe pick up someone's third or fourth option and kind of help build up that depth. So I think secondary is what I'm addressing. Now knowing that Monangai and Swift can carry the load for the most part, I think secondary is not an easy fix, but it's at least, more serviceable, cheaper. Yeah.
Because he hasn't gotten his surgery yet, right?
I don't know. I thought he was going to get his surgery, and then they talked about rehab. Groins are such a hairy situation, especially.
It's a weird one.
Yeah. Groins can be pretty hairy.
God damn it, Joey. Dougie, good point. That was a good one.
Yeah. All right. That's going to wrap up our Bears talk here. But before, we got to do a quick little promo for ourselves because next less than a week, 6 days, Sunday. Bears, Ravens at the Remova Loft. We're back for our third watch party on the 20-foot video board. It's free with RSVP, but we have the best package in town, $35, brunch buffet, and 5 drink tickets for beers, bloodies, mimosas. Can't beat that deal. If you like frittatas, if you like bacon, you like biscuits and chorizo.
Hey, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Some bacon. We're going to have it all for you. So we got some giveaways as well. Running some squares. You can win a Caleb jersey. I'm sorry. I don't want to say Caleb Williams. It could be a Caleb Williams. It could be a jersey of your player choosing and your size. So we're going to have some other giveaways. And our boy, Jose, he's going to be doing some swag for the party too. So tune into their show tomorrow on the Boneheads and Brewskis, and he'll be giving away a brunch package too. Someone's gonna win some free brunch on him. So
yeah. Free brunch on him. Woodford Reserve will also be in attendance doing some tasty pours. Malort Princess has some infused Malort that she's bringing along with Malort. So it's going to be a fun time. We've done 2 of these. They've been awesome. I'm excited for this one because now that we're on a little bit of a winning streak, we got to keep the vibes up. So it's going to be awesome. Make sure to RSVP.
Yep. Check out our pinned tweet on our socials. Check out our link tree, RSVP, or go to Remova's website and take care of all of that business. And we'll see all of you on Sunday. Thank you, everyone who's already RSVP'd and bought the brunch package. Appreciate you all. It's going to be a good time. Doors at 11, kickoff at noon. And with that, I had to pay a quick ad from our sponsors.
A new sponsor, but old sponsor, but new to the show.
Green Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook is your one-stop shop for all your liquor needs. Since their remodel, they have increased their bourbon allocation, they have an expanding portfolio of popular additive-free tequilas and mezcals, and for you beer lovers, a great craft beer selection, plus some rare and vintage stouts. And before you leave, stop by their tasting bar and try some of our exclusive Bourbon Bum single-barrel picks before you take one home. That's Green Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive, conveniently located right off of Route 53 and I-55 in Bolingbrook. Tell them the bump sent you.
All right. Thank you, Green Valley. And all right, Peter, what do you got for headlines for us?
First headline we got for you. This was I don't know, like, I'm a big Ocean's 11 fan. I didn't think this happened anymore in like the world today, but someone robbed the Lourve. The Louvre? The Lourve? The Louvre? The Louvre. They stole priceless jewels which once belonged to Napoleon III's wife and escaped by scooter. The museum was completely shut down and evacuated while the thieves remained at large. They showed up in construction equipment, some high visibility vest. Dougie, you might appreciate that. Right. They had a lift truck, and I saw a video of one of them just cutting the display case with a chainsaw. My first comment was, this is something me and you, Dougie, we could have pulled this off. Are we in the wrong profession?
Dude, I think so, man. You know what? I fell into a rabbit hole of like when I saw this, it just went to another video, and there was a video of a guy basically finding all these different places he could sneak into just walking in with a ladder.
Yeah, dude, we've had this discussion during Lollapalooza. Remember, we talked about like we're at the age, and like between our work boots and our work vest, and like, you know, we can maybe bring a badge or two. I think we could just get into whatever we want to nowadays.
I think you guys should try that. I think you should Lollapalooza next year. Get a little camera, you know, pocket cam.
I gotta get the like the glasses that Jose.
Oh the
Ray-Ban ones where I could just record everything and it looks like my normal glasses. Maybe we could get away with some stuff, Dougie. Nothing highly illegal. I'm not saying we're gonna go rob the Field Museum or anything like that. But I think between our equipment and our just know-how, I think we could get away with some stuff.
Yeah, just try walking in like the employee entrance, like Lollapalooza next year, right?
Yeah.
And see if that happens. If you get stopped, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry."
Oh, my bad. This is Lollapalooza? Whoa. Wrong place.
We were just here for work.
Yeah.
You just see these guys on ABC News and saying dumbest heist ever.
Yeah, right.
I read this and I loved it because I cannot wait for the Netflix documentary on this.
Fair.
Yeah, the Soderbergh movie is going to be awesome.
Yeah, because like I feel like there's always like a good like Netflix documentary on like heists and everything, and they always catch the guys and they always like interview them like when they get out of prison or whatever, or they'll interview them in prison. I just can't wait for these guys to fuck up and get caught and
Well, they did the heavy lifting already. They got away with the hard part. My only question, and maybe it's a question for nobody in the comments, maybe not you. How do you even fence something like this? Like, do they already had a buyer in mind?
They had to. They had to have some guy.
You don't put this on Craigslist. Facebook
Marketplace. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, look at you. You were bringing up Ocean's 11. I mean, yeah, they had to have somebody like in place to like,
That
sell
wants
all
it
this
already.
stuff. Yeah.
I saw two theories on this. That one, it was some like big Napoleon nerd who wanted
Napoleon there.
who wanted someone to steal, these jewels for them.
Mhm.
So then that's okay. So that's how you fence it, right? He's not. He's
Hired
paying.
gun.
He's
Hired gun.
paying for it. He's not going to care. He's going to keep him in his private collection and stare and jerk off to him, right? The other thing I heard was that they're stealing these and they're going to take the stones out and then fence the stones on the black market. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
The two things I saw was that they left the most expensive thing was like a gigantic diamond still in the case that they broke into, which I thought like, oh, that stuff. I mean, that sucks. And then they dropped one of the crowns too. It's almost like, I don't know if it's Tom and Jerry or like the cat burglar, the cat burglar from The Simpsons. Is like you're just leaving freaking jewels in the middle of the road when you're trying to get away on scooters.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was just excited that this shit is still happening. This is something out of like when we were kids in like some far-fetched movie or the Goonies or something. Like you don't see this shit happening nowadays. I'm happy. I want more of these type of stories.
Yeah. Also, Peter, you mentioned that they stole they left the diamond. They didn't steal it. I wouldn't be surprised if that diamond was fake in there and they kept the real one locked in the basement vault.
Yeah, they do that with like the Fabergé eggs. They
Yeah.
got fake ones and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
So that if they didn't take that diamond, they probably had some insider knowledge knowing that that's not the real one. Because why would you not take that if it was right there?
Yeah. Or like you guys said, if they are hawking the jewels out of this stuff, like there's no like you can't modify that. That thing is what it is. Like you're you know.
Yeah. All right, my last question on this thing. Any chance this is a fucking like insurance scam by the fucking museum?
No.
I was thinking more of like, what about if this is like, this has to be all like family, like heirlooms, like from, I wonder if this has something to do with that as well, too. Kind of like inside job, like family,
the fourth, great grandson of Napoleon's. Like, I want my fucking jewels back, Johnny.
I don't know, man. I don't know this whole story. I don't know if it had anything to do with it. Like if like the royal family in England, like they have all these heirlooms inside, and what about if somebody like Prince whatever Albert or whatever was trying to like take this from the family? I don't know. I'm just talking here, okay? Don't try to ridicule me over here.
No, I like it. We need all, we got the tinfoil hats on. We need all kinds of theories. I like it. Interpol does not mess around.
No, they do not.
I love that band.
Good band. Good band.
I've seen the Jason Bourne movies.
Yeah. Dude, I can't stop staring at the Polish gem. It looks like something like a decanter or something that you'd have whiskey in.
Yeah. All right. So that's another good question. Now we're just talking jewels, baby. Like you see like all of this kind of stuff and maybe something else. What would you like if you had the chance? What would you steal? Because I think like the swords with like the jewels or stuff, or like a scepter. Like a scepter is a fucking cool ass thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I need a crown or like I don't care how much they cost. You need something badass. I'm thinking like a scepter would be.
Scepter
dope.
Is cool. Yeah.
I like that. I like scepter. It's a good call.
We're going straight across the board with scepters. Nobody's got another answer.
Yeah, because I mean, like when you take like the sword, right? You watch Game of Thrones. They don't have any jewels in that shit. They just have the sharpest Valyrian steel.
Not the ones that the knights used, but like the ones gifted to kings and like gifted. They just circle jerk. One king gives it to another king, and it's made of gold and jewels and.
But if I got to use it, I want some good grip on that. I don't want like shit flying out of my hand, or cutting my palm up if I got to swing it. I need some tough rawhide on that thing.
Need some meat.
Yeah.
Need some meat on it.
Yeah.
We all have enough adult beverages that we don't need to be anywhere near a sharp sword. Okay, that shit's gonna come out while we're having fun, and it's somebody's not coming back from that.
I mean, Beef's in the comment. That's how you win 108 tournaments is with swords and like fruit ninjaing things.
But scepter is the real answer. Shout out Macho Man Randy Savage. That guy won so many matches busting a scepter over people's heads. R.I.P. Macho
It hurts.
Man.
Yeah.
Good call, Dougie. Macho Man reference. I love it.
Yeah.
The only other headline we have is the goddamn MLB playoffs. I watched the game with my dad when we were on vacation in Lake Geneva. Mm-hmm. That Ohtani game. My dad watches baseball, but it's like very rare, like a couple games a year, and then he'll watch the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And then he turns to me and he's like, "How much are they paying Joey Ohtani?" And then I told him, and he's like, "That's not enough." I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right." He literally beat them like Bugs Bunny style, 1-9. It's like he struck out 10, 6 innings pitched, 3 home runs. One guy beat the entire team. And my dad is like, "They're not paying him enough." I'm like, "You're probably right."
Yeah, that's a performance for the ages, man. That's going to go down in history for sure. Dodgers against potentially looks like what the Mariners are winning right now.
Yeah. I don't even have the StatCast up there or anything. Anybody give us an update?
Mariners are winning.
Sounds like the Mariners winning.
Yeah. But could you imagine, like, okay, so Ohtani hits 3 home runs and strikes out. What was it, 10? You imagine
6,
how much? Yes. You imagine how much money he made on that parlay on himself? That had to be a ton of money.
You mean his translator?
Yeah,
that'd be those parlays are hitting fat.
Yeah.
Put me down for 3 home runs and 10Ks tonight. I'm good. I'm good for it.
I'm good for it.
That was crazy. I mean, we were watching that. I was like, I can't believe what I was watching.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna power rank some foods, but before we do that, we're gonna play a little ad for ourselves.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears, Hawks, socks, and bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago sports bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple Toot Tree shirts today.
All right, Peter, you threw this out there. I think we talked about this the other day, and you had this idea for the origin. So tell us the origin for your food theory here, or your food rankings.
All right, so this came up a couple weeks ago. You guys invited the group to celebrate some Oktoberfest. It was a Friday night. I had nothing to do, and you guys we're going to Bavarian Lodge. We're gonna drink some German beers and have some German food. And while I did want to hang out with you, and I didn't have plans that weekend, I just don't want to go out and have some German food.
Wait, hold on. I love that part. It's like I had nothing going on, but I didn't want to hang out with you guys at all.
I did want to hang out with you guys if you went literally anywhere else besides the Bavarian Lodge, and not because I don't want to hang out with you guys. I'm not a big fan of German beers, and I'm not a big fan of German food. And you're like, "Oh, but it's." Jason, me and you had the discussion, and it was a group effort. We're like, "Oh, but like it's good," and and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I could name you 20 better foods than German food. And then we said, well, we should just power rank foods, and I don't think they get the 20. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna power rank foods by country and see if I was wrong. Because while I wish I would hang out with you, you could have said it. You could have said Thai. You could have said Mexican. You could have said all kinds of things.
You said all kinds.
Let's hang out.
Let's zoom in here a little bit. Peter, I should tell you that they do have a lovely selection of burgers there. So you could have gotten the burger.
I don't want to be that guy. I'm not going to a steakhouse and ordering chicken nuggets. I'm like, you guys enjoy your night. You guys hang out. I was going to see you guys 2 days later anyway. But it was just a matter of like, do I want to go out there, spend $100 on stuff I don't really like? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
It's actually pretty reasonable with like their pours and everything. Like you can get a nice like 20 ouncer for like $5-6.
Wow, it's not bad.
All right. So
in their
next
beer
year,
list is massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. Shout out to Bavarian Lodge. And they have some nice rare stuff too. Like
shout
old
out
school.
Shout out JT. He smells what I'm stepping in.
All right. So let's just start, and then how do you want to do this? You want to talk? Put the countries down first, and then we'll rank them.
Let's just rip them like one by one. Like we all have, American, Mexican, Italian, like Chinese, Japanese. Like those are all for sure better than German food, right?
I'm not putting these in any order right now.
No order, but
yeah,
Spanish,
Greece.
Greek. Yeah. Keep it going.
Greek. Do you want to say like Mediterranean, or do you want to keep that as like?
No, we could do Mediterranean as one. I mean, I maybe it's my ignorance, but I can't.
I have no idea how to spell Mediterranean.
Nah. It's all right. It's small enough.
We know what's going on.
Brazilian.
Yes.
Cuban.
Cuban for sure.
But Puerto Rican.
Oh.
French.
Fuck the French.
French got good ass food, man.
Yeah, they got some solid fries.
Yeah. What we say: Brazilian, Cuban, Puerto Rican, French.
All right, so we're at 17, and I said we want to make it. And we haven't even gotten to Asia.
Oh, Jamaican food, right?
Nah, let's get. Yeah, jerk chicken's better than anything.
Yeah.
Jerk chicken's better than anything the Germans have ever made.
I like Indian food.
Yeah, Indian.
Oh
food.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Indian food. Yeah.
All right, Thai food.
I got Thai in there.
You got like Korean.
Oh yeah.
Korean. Chinese.
Japanese. We got Chinese. Look at dirty knees. Look at these.
I mean,
we got to put the Irish food on there too.
You got
that's where
Polish
we are. No offense to I grew up. I mean, I since I was 10 years old, I've been in Hickory Hills with my parents. I fuck with Polish food only because like that was like I grew up with a bunch of Polish people. I'd much rather have Polish food than German food.
All right, we can put Polish down, I guess. All right, so are we anything else we're missing here?
I'm sure we're missing a bunch, but like I mean, we got the 20 off the rip.
I think we got Spanish, we got Greek, we got Italian, French. Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, what about Canadian food?
What?
Canadian food, poutine.
Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is better than German.
No.
I guess we can put Vietnamese.
Yeah, Vietnamese. Oh hell yeah.
Viet. I got fucking.
This turned into a spelling segment, which I love it.
Yeah, we are not the best spellers either.
Okay. All right, so I think we got a good.
We got a good
base there. Let's All right. So we got 19 basically. You said we want to do 20. Are we missing one? You want to say
Italian? Did we get Italian?
We got Italian in there.
Oh, okay.
What about like Argentina or like Chile?
Oh yeah, Argentinian. Yes.
Did we put down the whole reason why we're doing this yet? Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down there.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. So we got 20. All right. So how do you want to do this? You want to just consensus rank or?
Yeah, we get the consensus. I'm not a dictator. I mean, people be marching down the streets nowadays about this kind of stuff. I am not like overruling anybody. This is a democracy, so let's vote on things. But I think we could agree American food better than German. What?
Okay.
You're telling me buffalo wings and hot dogs and hamburgers are.
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it number one though.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, now this becomes a whole different stuff, and we can do this. I mean, we're already here. We might
We're
as
gonna be
well.
here for another 2 hours. starting to
I'm
rank
cool
all
with
this
it, baby.
stuff.
I got nothing to do
What-
but yell
oh,
at
okay.
you guys.
Okay, everybody go through. What would
What
be
you
their
yelled at?
1-1 style
Okay.
food?
Italian.
Yeah,
Italian.
Italians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mexican
That'd be
is
my
up
one as well.
there.
I think I could argue both American and Mexican are my 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What would be your number 2 then?
Mexican.
I'd say Mexican too.
My number 2 is Greek food, but
I mean, yeah, Greek food's great, but like
Yeah.
olives and cheese I could have.
Saganaki.
Johnny, what do you put as your number 2?
Yeah, I'll go with Mexican as number 2.
All right, Dougie's overruled.
that's fine. I mean, Mexican was going to be my number 3. So
Okay.
Okay. Number 3, Peter. What's your number 3 for you?
I would go American though.
Okay. Johnny,
Same. I'm gonna go American 3.
Dougie.
I think American's like number 5 for me. Like go to it doesn't really matter. My number 3 is going to be Chinese.
I can go, that's my 4. So like, I mean,
Okay.
we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah. I would say my number 3 would be between Thai and Spanish.
All right, yeah, Thai food is so good, dude. So we gotta bump the Thai up there.
Yeah, I feel like that like Thai and Chinese is like
But
same
they're different
cloth,
enough.
fabric. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Both better
I'm
than
not,
German.
I'm not a fan of Chinese food, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
When it comes to the Far East, man, I'm taking Japanese, Thai.
Well, yeah, we should put Japanese up there too.
Yeah, Japanese is. I mean, I'm a big.
We all
sushi
like
guy,
sushi.
so
We all like
Japan-
sushi. We all like
yeah.
sushi. Let's put Japanese up there. All right, you guys figure out the first 5. I'm gonna go pee.
All right, how about we do this?
All right,
We're
Peter's gone. Now we're gonna put Germany at 4.
Yeah.
No.
All right, we're just gonna make, and we're gonna aggregate these. Okay.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah, we're gonna do some science on the podcast here. All right. So Dougie, you hit 1, 2.
Yeah, I had. So I had. Yeah, 1, 2, and then my third. Well, my number 2. My number 2 was Greece. Greek food.
Oh, sorry.
Yep,
Okay,
and
so you're
then
gonna do number
3 was
2.
Mexican.
All right. And 3 was Mexican. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I had the wrong spot there. All right. 2. All right. Johnny, what was your 3?
I'd probably go Chinese 3.
Chinese 3. All right. I'm taking Thai as 3.
Okay.
All right. Where'd Peter go? He said Chinese. We'll get back to him. All right. Dougie, what's your 4?
My number 4 would be Chinese.
All right. Johnny?
4 is American.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna aggregate these, Peter. We're gonna do some rankings here. So what do you got for your 3? You said American?
American for sure.
All right, what's your 4 then?
Chinese.
Chinese is 4 for you. All right, for my number 4, I'm gonna go. I said Thai. I'm gonna go Japanese as my number 4.
Okay.
All right, Dougie, what's your 5?
Japanese.
Japanese 5 for you. Johnny.
I'm gonna go Puerto Rican food. 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Peter 5.
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah. I'm with you there, Peter, on the Spanish. Give me all the tapas.
All the tapas.
Yeah.
Give me patatas bravas and all the fucking jamon iberico shit.
Yeah. I'm already gonna know for me. French is last. Fuck the French.
Dude, I think French, because of how hoity-toity they are, get like a bad rap. French food, French culinary is the reason everyone else cooks the way they cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jason just hates a croissant over here.
that's true. All right. I'm just gonna
Okay.
do a quick some summations here. All right.
All right.
And now this is
no-
becoming the Matrix. I was just
yeah.
gonna argue about fucking bratwurst for a little
Johnny,
while.
what's your number 6?
My number 6. I will probably say Japanese.
Japanese for 6. Dougie, what's your 6?
Yeah, Japanese. Or no, yeah.
You already had
American, sorry. Number 6
Okay.
is American.
Peter?
Japanese.
Japanese. Okay. All right. My number 6, I'm gonna go with you know what, this has got up high in the power rankings for me lately because I've been having a lot of it lately, but Greek food is number 6 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dougie, what's your 7?
Number 7, I'll go Spanish.
Spanish for 7. Okay. Johnny, 7.
Cuban.
Cuban. Peter.
Mediterranean.
Ooh.
I'm in the neighborhood, man. Like now, like all of Bridgeview, Hickory, Palos.
You
There's
got
a lot of
everything.
really good. They got a lot
Melting
of good
pot.
Mediterranean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going 7 is Vietnamese for me.
Okay.
Okay. Dougie, what's your 8?
Number 8, Polish food.
Ooh. Polish food moving up. All right.
That's high. That's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're 8.
8 would probably be Mediterranean.
Peter?
I'm going Thai.
Ty. All right. My number 8, yeah, Johnny, I'm going with Mediterranean with you. All right. Dougie, number 9.
Thai.
Okay. Johnny, number 9.
I'll go Spanish.
Peter, number 9.
Korean barbecue, Korean wings are so goddamn good.
They are good.
Yeah.
Damn.
My number 9, I think I would probably go with with American. I'm going American on number 9.
Damn.
I'm not mad at that.
Make American food great again.
All right, Dougie, number 10.
Number 10. I'm gonna go I'll go Cuban.
Cuban, number 10. Johnny, number 10.
I'll go Korean.
Korean. Peter, number 10.
I think I'm going Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Okay. My number 10, I think I have to go with I'm gonna go German, top German in the 10.
Okay.
All right, Johnny or Dougie, 11.
I'm gonna go. I gotta see what I got left. Oh, Mediterranean for sure.
Okay. Johnny,
Brazilian.
Peter.
Indian.
Yeah, it's a good.
It is a good call.
Yeah. For my number 11, I'm gonna go with Indian too, because I don't get it enough. I love it, but my wife isn't a fan, so I don't get it enough.
You know what we got to do? We got to mandate this, Jason, because Julie won't mess with Indian food. But
Mary won't either.
All right, now we're doing a bum's mandate. Johnny, you want to fuck around with us?
Hell yeah. My buddy Armand, man, he got me into Indian food because he's Indian. And I got introduced to butter chicken and all that. Dude, it's fucking fire. So yes, I will go on to that.
We got to do that for sure.
Does Missy like Indian food though?
I don't know.
All right. Maybe she pop in the comments. If not, we got ourselves a little boys' date. I like it.
Boys' night.
All right, Dougie, what's your 12?
12. 12, I got to go French.
Ooh, look at you, fancy pants.
Ooh.
All right. Johnny, you're 12.
I'm going to go Indian.
All right. Peter.
I think I missed. I should have put Cuban higher up there, but Cuban.
You want to change anything? I can change it.
No. These are off the
rip. They're your rankings, so.
No, I think I'm going Cuban, and you might as well put Brazilian next after that.
All right. For me, number 12, I think I'm going to go with Korean then. Like you said, Peter, like Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. All right, Johnny, you're third. Sorry, Dougie, you're 13.
Indian.
Okay. Johnny, 13.
Gonna go with Thai.
Ooh, that's low. All right. Peter, you already said your 13 is Brazilian. My 13, I think I'm gonna have to go with I'm going with Brazilian then on 13. All right. Dougie, 14.
I'll go German.
Okay.
Just because Peter said it wouldn't be in my top 15, so I just want to make sure I get it.
Johnny, you're 14.
Spite pig.
Greek.
Okay. Peter,
Same.
14.
Yeah, I gotta put Greek up there.
Yeah. My 14, I'm probably gonna go with then, like probably Cuban. I'm a big Cuban sandwich guy, but that's about all I enjoy for Cuban.
Oh, that rice and bean though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm going 14 for Polish food.
Yeah, solid.
All right, Dougie, you're 15.
My 15, I gotta go. What did I leave off here? I feel like I'm missing a run or something. Not Brazilian. Shit.
Yeah, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Korean.
Oh, Korean for sure.
Okay. All right, Johnny, 15.
Jamaican.
Jamaican me horny. Bologna, 15.
French for sure. And
All right.
then, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, and then my 15. Then I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go Argentina as 15.
Okay.
All right, Dougie, 16.
I'm gonna go Fuko de Chao, Brasilia.
All right, Johnny.
I'm gonna go German.
There you go.
Peter.
I'm going Argentina, and then if you want to toss Polish after that.
Yeah, you still have Vietnamese off the board.
I've never really fucked with Vietnamese food, to be honest with you. Like, I
Really?
know of their dishes. I just haven't had enough to have a proper, take on them. So they're going to be second to last next to Germans.
Fucking asshole. All right. Let's see.
All right, and then I got my 17. My 17 is going to be Cuban food. All right, Dougie, 18.
I gotta go Jamaican.
All right, Johnny, 18.
Polish.
Peter.
All right,
you're-
I'm going to put Germany deserves the 18 spot.
All
All right.
Fair.
I guess I'll go with Chinese at 18 then.
Damn, that's
Wow.
almost like a shocker, like in
'Cause-
the
yeah,
NCAA
it's-
tournament when like someone's on the bubble and they don't get in.
It's my least favorite of the East Asia.
Dude, they're your rankings. You
I know,
do.
but I'm just saying though, like
I'm just shocked.
orange chicken isn't even Chinese.
Yeah.
It's
See, that's what's blowing my mind more than anything is that like you weren't a Panda Express guy. Like I had you pegged as like Panda Express guy because you're a huge Taco Bell guy. Like you like that fake authentic shit, Like
no, like I'll fuck with like wonton soup, but I don't like. Okay, I'll fuck with maybe some lo mein, but if I'm choosing, I'm going Thai or Vietnamese. If I'm wanting noodles, I'm going Thai or Vietnamese 9 times out of 10. So
We got breaking news: 3-run bomb from Springer Dinger. Jay's up 4-3.
wow.
all right, we got a couple spots left. I think we overranked here. Whoops. Oh, we had 20. Okay, so maybe did I miss a number here? Did I double count a number?
Either way, I think we got to the bottom of what I wanted to do. Is like where
Yeah.
is Germany?
All right, well let's
Oh yeah, let's finish it up.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. So here, I'll just give you the rest of mine.
Yep.
Puerto Rican food's next,
Okay.
and then I'll go Vietnamese and Argentinian last.
How did I fuck this up, guys?
You're the spreadsheet guy.
I know.
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I missed a number somewhere.
Here, I think if you look at it, you started the countries at 4 on the side.
Yeah, no, but I did a count here, and I have 20, but we have 21 numbers, so I missed a number somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
5, 6.
Let me Rain Man this shit.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will say, Dougie, Argentinian steakhouses are legit, man.
You know what?
I mean,
I've never been.
it's very similar to what you would find in Brazil, but
Brazilian.
the Argentinians love their steaks. They pride themselves on their beef. So it's good.
All right,
See,
Johnny, finish up the threes. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna do French next, and then I've never tried Vietnamese or Argentinian food, so just put whatever.
All right, sorry, Dougie, finish your thought.
No, I was just gonna say like I'm thinking like an Argentinian like restaurant. They're gonna just have like soccer on the TV at all times, and it's just not
Fuck yeah, baby.
Yeah. All right, Peter, you got 2 spots left here.
Yeah, Jamaica and then Vietnamese. I just haven't had Vietnamese enough. I like jerk chicken, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey said I'm missing 17.
You're missing 17?
For Dougie?
Yeah. See, now I gotta. This is why I can't
what
do.
I got doubles of then?
Yeah. Hold on.
We believe you,
5,
Dougie.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's go 17, 18. Fixing this up. We want accurate numbers here, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Because I fucked up the maths somewhere. I forgot 17.
He said Johnny too, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that for the live audience here.
I will say Jerry O'Sullivan, $4.99 super chat. Honorable mention Ireland. Guinness, brown bread, and oysters are a winning combination. Irish soda bread. I feel like people used to bring that to class. I had a couple Irish people at shout out St. Pat's. That's where I went to school. St. Patricia, I mean. But yeah, Ireland better than German food. I agree with you, Jerry. I used to fuck with some Winston's sausage and chips back when I played Gaelic football for one season. I keep telling people I'm the first Mexican ever to play Gaelic football.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I can even trust your Ireland experience. Have you had a corned beef yet?
Yeah, dude, I've been fucking with corned beef and pastrami ever since Tina brought me one to the tailgate.
That's right.
And then I was at Jerry O'Sullivan's the parade. And so I had it there, and then I started going to your place that you went to for Tinley Park, the DA's.
What'd you think of it?
Me and Julie go there all the time. DA's corned beef is a fucking spot.
Oh, dude, it's like shaved corned beef. It's so it's just like so like tender.
So I was late to the game, but I've
making up for lost time.
I'm making up for lost time, and I've owned up to my mistakes.
All right, so here's the rankings we got, guys. How we did this. Italian at number 1, Mexican 2, American 3, Japanese 4, Spanish 5, Chinese 6, Thai 7, Mediterranean 8, Greek 9, Puerto Rican 10, Cuban 11, Korean 12, Brazilian 13, Indian 14, German 15, Vietnamese 16, Polish 17, French 18, Jamaican 19, and Argentinian rounding out at 20.
I will say, looking at the rankings, the only thing I think I might change, if like as a consensus, I think Korean's got to be higher up. Korean food's really good, but other than that, I think we that was pretty good. Good job as a
that was fun.
Round of applause for it.
I like it.
Yeah, so can't fuck with the Italian food, man.
No,
all right, so this is me talking to you guys 365 days from now. Sign me up for the German, what is it called? The Bavarian
Oktoberfest?
Yeah,
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
I'm in.
It's Oktoberfest every day there, man. You don't need to go. You don't need to wait a year. You can go in February and it'll still be Oktoberfest.
He wants the year, man.
Gave us a damn Larry David.
All right, guys, ready to bump some people?
I'm down here. What the fuck?
That's what happens when you don't.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum. All right, let's get to our listener bums and MVBs. First up is the original Mr. Joey P. Bum of the week, none. Vibes are high. That's right. That's why I haven't changed clothes. I'm still wearing the same shirt as yesterday.
All right.
Maybe won't shower either.
Yeah, no, the question. We do the BumCast. Maybe we stay on a little later after the BumCast for some housekeeping, some chisme, some gossip, whatever we want to talk about. You got to work early now. You're back onto the 9 to 5. Are you changing out of that shirt tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be. It'll be out of it tomorrow.
I wanted a 3-day. Give me a 3-day run. Cut a promo tomorrow with the shirt on.
I was hoping next Hawks game Thursday.
I won't be that one. My next game is until the 15th.
No, I'm not saying we're going, dude. I would hope that you wouldn't show up on that many days in a row wearing the same shirt. Kicked out of our section.
MVP is Dougie's Bum Bets. He's on fire. Yeah, you hit another goal, another one Friday night. Yeah. Fucking first period, you nailed that shit. Period wasn't even over, and you already hit it. So
yeah.
That came out wrong.
Yeah, yeah. The Chicago parlay yesterday,
that's two Chicago parlays in a row.
Yeah, and they hadn't hit that in like I forgot how many years. I forgot what it was. I think it was like 4 or 5 years that they hadn't won a game on the same day, and now it's hitting 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Oh yeah, since then. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because they hit during our live stream.
Yeah. So you got 2 in a row when it hasn't happened in years. Now all of a sudden it's a thing. So bet it.
Yeah.
The thing.
All right, next up, we got the Love family. MVP, Dougie. His picks have been hitting, including Sumo and Sushi and the Bears. 2 shots for Dougie Fresh already. Look at that.
Yeah, it feels good, baby.
Bum of the week, Chicagoland Pop Warner scheduling kids' games at 6 on a Sunday night, 80 miles from home. What the fuck? Do better.
Crazy.
We're still going to win. No stopping the train. Yeah, what is...
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Can I just say that? And I'm sure, the Love family will agree with it. Just kids sports in general has gotten so goddamn crazy. It's a pay for play situation, whether it's soccer, baseball, football, volleyball, softball, anything else. It's banana land, man.
Yeah.
But they don't have to worry about that. Next up, SBF MVPs. Me, Dougie, Jeff, Joey, Sandy for not beating the shit out of me at the UC Sunday. I mean, there was security around, otherwise we would have.
Yeah,
too many cameras.
I was gonna say bum of the week, you guys, for not fucking roughing them up a little bit. At least give them a fucking noogie or a swirly in the bathroom or something.
He fell wearing a St. Louis Blues hat.
He did.
Yeah,
we
know his antics.
He kind of came out of nowhere, man. I mean, I know that we post where we're at and everything like that, so that's what people can do. But dude, he just out of nowhere. It was awesome. It's good.
Like an Archeo.
He's lucky I wasn't around. I at least give him a wedgie.
I ain't digging in his pants.
Good point.
Next up, we got JT, Bum of the Week. Peter for not telling his wife that Puka was still in her lineup this week. # Chivalry is dead. MVP is also you for promoting women's rights and watching Turkey set her own lineup without any help. # Lunch Meat Bowl.
Lunch Meat Bowl.
I appreciate JT thinking that I had anything to do with it. We were on vacation, and I wasn't waking up any earlier to check my lineups, let alone my wife's lineups. I set my lineups on Wednesday, and I was just hoping nobody got hurt because I knew I was going to get after it with some pull tabs and some cheap New Glarus beers for the weekend, and that's what I did.
Love in Wisconsin. That's all I'm hearing right now.
No, I said I'm New Glarus out for at least 365 days.
I went to Wisconsin this weekend too.
Joey was up there.
Everybody went to Wisconsin this weekend.
The bums take the north.
That's right, invasion. All right, next up we got Mike, Bum of the Week. NFL officiating for more bullshit calls against the Bears. OPI Loveland. Yeah, refs have been bad against the Bears.
Yeah.
His MVP, Kickflip Thrifts, our brother Jose for Mail Day, for his St. Caleb candle.
Yeah, St. Caleb candles are 2-0. They've been on a win streak since they've been created. And I mean, the rumor has it, I think he posted it. There's going to be a couple candles at the watch party on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that giveaway.
Yep.
Light them if you got them.
Next up, Taco Gladiator, Bum of the Week. My Sock Summer for telling his parents to take an Uber from O'Hare because he was busy. I've met MSS Senior, and I love to be that fly in the wall for that convo. Oh, yeah, that's a bad look. I'd love to get My Sock Summer's side of the story, but that's still a bad look. You gotta get your dad the airport run, or at least spring for the Uber.
Content sleeps for no one, baby. I appreciate this from My Sock Summer.
That's funny.
All right, next up. King asked Bum of the Week, Jonathan Gannon's stupid decisions, play calling for Arizona.
They're just a bad team. They're a bad team.
MVB, ALCS going to 7 games. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't love it when they're going up against us as a streaming against us, Rob Manfred.
Yeah, that's true. Next up, Jeff Bartlett, MVP, Ben Johnson for throwing the challenge flag that he should have never had to throw in the first place. That's because #refs are bad.
Yeah. Threw that thing like 30 yards.
Bring the robot refs.
He chucked that thing. He's got a cannon.
Yep. Gerald Sullivan, MVP, the Bears for winning 4 in a row. Also, the Pope for being the ultimate Cubs troll. We didn't talk about that. That was a good video. He's like,
that was a good video.
Cubs, they lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Han perdido. They lost.
He said it in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's a shirt. Bum of the Week, MLB for having huge gaps between playoff rounds. The World Series should start on Wednesday. We don't need the World Series bleeding into November. Yeah. Just you play. It's the thing that irks the fuck out of me about the MLB playoffs is you make them play, every day, 10, 12 days in a row. But as soon as October comes, you have to give them fucking 4 days off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Okay. Stevie Brown, MVPs. The Bears' victory over the Saints going 4-2. Fourth quarter of the Giants-Broncos game. Shohei Ohtani being named NLCS MVP and a return of NBA and NBC tomorrow.
Anybody watching?
Brown Ball Rock.
I think I'm just going to watch because of the intro, and then I'll just turn it off.
Yep. After Marv Albert stops talking, you can turn it off.
Wait, time out. And part of my ignorance, I was a huge fan in the 90s. I haven't watched basketball. Marv Albert's still around?
Marv Albert is still around.
Holy
he is?
Shit.
Is he?
I thought he passed away. What do you mean? I thought he passed away.
He's 84. He ain't dead.
But he's still calling games?
He should be.
Oh,
I don't think he's calling games, bro.
I don't know.
But Jordan is going to be a contributor to
yeah.
And Sydney's Bum of the Week, fourth quarter performed by the New York Giants and Miami Dolphins.
Nice.
Yeah, little bite back.
Luke, MVB, Nike and Oregon for the Grateful Ducks unis. That looks pretty nice.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
Cool.
I do like them. I like them, and I'm not even. You know what's funny? I've never been a Grateful Dead. Johnny, are you a Grateful Dead guy? I like music, and I try to listen to everything. I never really gave them a solid shot. I started reading about Jerry Garcia this weekend. Very interesting story. I didn't know he didn't have a finger. And then I got into a big rabbit hole of John Mayer liking them. And I know he's been playing with Dead and Company for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I might dabble with a little,
oh boy,
Deadheads action. I just want to dabble. I want to dip my toe into
like Bill Walton.
I want to dip my toe into it and see what's going on about it.
Fun fact about Jerry Garcia: solid ice cream.
Oh yeah, Cherry Garcia.
Cherries.
All right, next up, Mailman Jack, MVP, the Dad Band playing the unsanctioned block party down the street last Saturday. Not gonna lie, they were kind of awesome. Never heard the Dad Band, but
yeah, Dad Band's awesome.
Yeah, nice. It's about a week. The bee that stung my neck today hurt like a bitch and swelled up instantaneously. Ooh, hope you're not allergic.
You gotta ice it, mate. Gotta ice it.
When I read this comment, I was thinking of old school when fucking Will Ferrell picks a dart in the neck. Right in the neck.
Awesome.
Fucking dart in my neck.
Awesome.
Yes.
That was awesome. All right. Let's get to our bums and MVPs. Johnny, do you have anything? You said no. Did you think of something?
I didn't, but I kind of wanted to bring a little bit up because it was brought up again with this whole thing with Troy Aikman and all that, the Washington fans. Daryl Johnson says something kind of like backing up what Troy Aikman was kind of saying. Fuck the Cowboys. Anything with the Cowboys, just fuck them. So screw what he has to say. So I'm gonna say anybody who's this whole Caleb, this whole Caleb thing with having to meet up with them, and he kind of thought it was more like a blow off or whatever, like he couldn't make it or whatever. Guy was busy. Like, this shit happens. Like, we shouldn't have to take it on him. And I know Ben Johnson was like how a coach should, backing up his players. So it became too much like, on the radio and everything like that. So, but yeah, screw those guys.
All right.
Dougie, you're up.
All right. I'm going to start off with my MVBs. My MVBs, first and foremost, aloha, Mr. Hand. This one was a couple of weeks coming. At the Blackhawks home opener, I had mentioned to him that he was on the club level, and I was like, the UC's got a new bakery, and they have a ton of homemade cookies and everything like that. First intermission, aloha, Mr. Hand, in aloha, Mr. Hand true fashion, came up with like 20-something cookies and was just passing out cookies to everybody.
He was a cookie man.
Yeah, not a single oatmeal raisin, which is a travesty. I'm gonna have to talk to you.
That was extra points for him.
Shout out, Pete.
Yeah. So
he knew the assignment.
Yeah. So that was awesome of him. He always does that at Sox games too with different stuff. So, but big shout out to him. My other MVP is a little pat on the back to myself. I'm giving myself an MVP. Road Dogg, you talked all that shit, brother. You talked all that shit in the Bums League. You were like, I'm going to roll you. I didn't even play a quarterback this week. And I still beat you.
You got no quarterback?
Nope. I left McCarthy in. And I beat him without a quarterback. So, Road Dogg, love you.
That's crazy, talk.
Let's go. Still beat you. So, MVP, myself, let's go.
Nice.
My bum of the week. My bum of the week goes out to Barstool Chief. Barstool Chief, known Blackhawks fan. I think he got a little bit in his feels yesterday. Okay. He had a little precursor before the game with a whole, Joe Quenneville. They better do a tribute video to him, everything like that. The Blackhawks, some would say petty. I beg to differ. I think it was just it's a complicated situation. But the Blackhawks went out of the way to A1, and me and Jason were talking about this at the game. Not even show him on the screen. Any type of replays, if it showed the bench, they made sure that they showed you the opposite replay just so he wasn't on the screen. I think the Hawks are just past that point of an issue, and they're just not gonna bring it up. There might be a time in the future where that happens. Obviously Joe Quenneville was the best Hawks coach in history. So I understand, but I think Barstool Chief was a little bit in his feels with that, and he took it out in a comment about the fans, saying that the fans were not into the game, anything like that. I didn't see that at all. There really wasn't a lot to cheer about. I'll give you that much. It was a real back and forth game. But every time Knight made a save, Knight is the dude. I mean, this guy is a real one. I've been preaching this guy ever since we got him. Like we finally got our goalie, and then we extended him for cheap. My only regret right now is that we only got him for a 3-year extension at how cheap we got him. This dude, before he ended up giving a goal, shorthanded 6-on-4 with an empty net, this dude had over 30-something saves and was pitching a shutout. Okay, this guy goes up there, and he's the number one star of the game. And I was telling Jason, you could see it on his face. He was so disappointed that he let his team down and didn't get the shutout and that they went to overtime. He still got the win, but he was so disappointed in himself. You could tell he wasn't even enjoying being the number one star of the game in that interview. So getting back to Barstool Chief, brother, we've been going through so much shit with the Hawks and so many bad games and so many bad teams. And now you're going to start getting on the fans about not being energetic during a game? Like, you understand. You had yourself a watch party yourself, dude. You know this was a Bears victory. And then, we go into a Hawks game. You got to understand, brother, like, people are freaking tired. And then on top of it, man, like, there just wasn't anything to be excited about. Okay. But to go out there and make a comment about the fans not having the energy, you're completely wrong, man. Go, and I'm not saying he watches our videos or anything like that, but we're celebrating goals. The people around us are celebrating goals. Maybe, just maybe he's sitting in the wrong area. Because that 100 level, that 200 level, those are all corporate tickets, dude. And maybe come up and sit up with the 300s. Because we're energetic as shit up there. Because we work hard for our money. We don't always get to go to games. But when we do go to games, we fucking cheer our team on. So,
hell yeah.
Sorry, brother.
Agreed. That's the way to do it. Yeah, I mean, it is different. 100 level, I'll say that in all of Chicago sports. I mean, maybe not White Sox games, but Bears games specifically, 100 level is way different than 300 level, and Blackhawks games as well. If you want to sit with the real fans, yeah, you sit up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, Peter, you're up.
My bum of the week. I mean, Johnny talked about it for a little while, but I've been waiting 2 weeks to talk about it. We did the live stream, which thank you everyone that watched it. I think we all agreed that we liked doing the watch along live stream for the Monday Night Football game. It was a lot of fun. Maybe we do a couple more of those down the road. We don't know. But Troy Aikman, shut the fuck up. Troy Aikman, what in the fuck, dude? Like, I've been sitting on that for 2 weeks, and now I'm forgotten half my notes. But what? Caleb Williams slept with his wife, or something must have happened. I don't know what happened to make Troy Aikman so pissed off. Is it the CTE? Was it the cocaine in the 90s? Was it Jerry Jones?
Snub.
Was it Jerry Jones? I don't know what happened to Troy Aikman. Is it the Jay-Z memes? Something happened to Troy Aikman to piss him off enough, and Caleb Williams was on the end of it. That broadcast, and I watched it back because while we were doing the live stream, we had the volume down, right? Because we want to get DMCA'd, and we don't want to get in trouble. So we had it on, but it was really light. I watched it back. He was you're supposed to be objective. You're supposed to be down the middle, 50-50. Zero chance that happened. So my bum of the week for 2 weeks running is Troy Aikman. My MVP, Jose's in the comments. Before I even don't even dare hit the music, Jason. The Fire made the playoffs. They play on Wednesday. No, wild card. I'm just telling people, wild card game.
Check my fantasy team.
Wild card game on Wednesday. The Fire get a home game in the playoffs. It's going to be electric. They're playing at SeatGeek. So I'm just telling people, keep an eye out for the Fire. They're favored to win the game. They're going to win that game. I think they have a good chance of playing against the number 1 seed and beating them. So I'm just saying, Fire, good season. Keep an eye out. My real MVP, we just talked about. Doug, were you gonna say?
Yeah, you said they're at SeatGeek.
Oh yeah. That first home playoff game in 8 years, 9 years, something like that. Okay. So they're at SeatGeek because
is there a reason why it's at SeatGeek over Soldier Field?
Yeah, so during the season, Fire, once the Bear season happens, their argument was that they didn't want any games, but they're within 5 days of a Bears game. But it doesn't make sense because they're at the Ravens. Yeah. But it was still within the Sunday game.
That's weird.
I really do think it's better for the Fire to play in a smaller stadium where it's full and sold. Yeah. I think it's all like rules, but I think it's more for them to pack a stadium and get 20,000 people loud as hell, as opposed to the cavernous Soldier Field where it looks empty.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was wondering.
It was a good question.
Very cool.
My real MVP. We talked about Lake Geneva earlier in the show. We were down there. The whole family went. it was my mom's retirement party. So she retired.
Oh.
Yeah. So she put in a whole long time. So now both my dad and my mom are retired. So congrats to her. I get my work ethic from them. So I mean, it's something to look forward to. It's exciting for them now. They're both retired. They get to travel. They planned a couple trips already. They did our trip with them. But also, I got a lot more babysitting action now. So yeah.
Good job. Congrats to
I will say real quick, congrats to my tia. She is like, she would work like till the end of the night. That's how hard of work she is. And I saw that, and she definitely deserves that retirement. So yeah, congrats to your mom, my tia.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. I'll close out. I'll start with my MVP. It's Dougie Fresh.
Well, that's another one.
Yeah. Because Dougie Fresh for being Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
I like it.
What am I missing here?
Yeah. All right. I got 2 bums of the week here. My first one is Samsung. I don't know if you guys seen, you go buy new appliances now. You want a new fridge. They got the fancy new smart fridges with the little screen, like the little picture screens in there and everything. They have now come out and said that for all of their family hub refrigerators that are over $1,800, you will now see ads on that screen.
Oh my gosh.
This is their PR spin, corporate talk. Fuck all. Samsung is committed to innovation and enhancing everyday value for our home appliance customers. As part of our ongoing efforts to strengthen that value, we are conducting a pilot program to offer promotions and curated advertisements on certain Samsung Family Hub refrigerator models in the U.S. market. It's for you guys. It's for you, for your value and your experience, to have advertisements on your refrigerator now.
Question.
So, yeah.
Can you opt out? Like, do you have to pay a subscription to not have ads?
So they said that users can dismiss specific advertisements on the cover screen to ensure they won't be shown for the ad campaign's duration. So it sounds like they just have a skip button.
It's amazing.
But they said if you want to disable them, because you can't opt out, the ads will not display when the cover screen is in art mode or showing a picture album. So that's the only way you can get around. So you can't have like the apps on there, but if you put it in art mode or picture mode, no ads.
Just get a regular fridge.
Just do the Homer Simpson. Just put the tape over the check engine light.
See, you talked about like not having to worry about the kids. This is where the kids come in handy. I've got so many fucking magnets and like school picture shit that even if I had an ad, I would never see it because I got so much stuff on the fridge. But
there you go.
Now, Jay's won.
Oh shit, Jay's won. All right.
Wow.
My wheels are turning, Jason. How do we get like some BumCast advertisements on some fridges?
Have our promos come live on your refrigerator, like when you walk by.
Car promo on the fridge, or even our watch party ad just plastered on everybody's fridge.
Yeah,
so good.
All right, I got one final bum. I hate to do it, but I gotta ask because Peter, you said you were in Lake Geneva this weekend, and I gotta ask what's going on here as my bum. You tweet this out from your account. Then you immediately retweet, and reply to yourself.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, my dude?
One, I was hammered drunk. I was on 15 new Glarises deep at the time. And 2, I do this all the time. That's how you get traction. First you tweet from your own account, then you retweet it from the bum's account, so then other people see the interactions, and that's just an easy way to get some more eyeballs.
I can understand, but immediately replying to yourself, that's social masturbation, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was being honest in the parentheses. I said, I'm talking to myself. Everybody shut up about it. And you did not shut up about it.
I like JT's comment, rate my too many cocks.
I was giving myself a weekend.
No, I figured I just had to poke fun at that. I thought it was pretty funny that you replied to yourself. All right. That's our show. Thanks for everyone who liked, subscribed, chatted. We appreciate you all. We'll see you all Sunday for our Bears watch party at the remote. But don't forget, it's free to RSVP or optional $35 open bar package. Food, drink, it's everything. And giveaways, Mort, Princess, Woodford, jersey of your choice, some swag from Kickflips and Threads. It's going to be a great time, guys. We'll see you all Sunday. Until then, bear down, baby.
Bear down, baby.